It's here.
It's here.
It's finally here. Our first episode of
So, What's the Title?
My name is Chris.
My name is Allie.
And we are committed to bringing you the craziest,
The wildest,
the most unbelievable stories
that the internet has to offer.
Now, here's the thing. We don't know anything about these anonymous stories.
We haven't even read them yet.
We haven't even read them yet. Okay, love.
Yes.
So, what's the title?
Found out my boyfriend has been having secret parties for the past 2 years, but it gets weird.
What? 2 years?
We've got no clue where these stories are headed. So use your imagination and ride along with us on So, What's the Title?
Okay, do we have a title today?
Yeah.
What is going on with the world?
That is too crazy for me.
Think about it.
Just from the title itself.
It is.
I don't even know what the story is about.
Right.
But just the fact that there's been a secret party for 2 years and your girl doesn't know.
Yeah. It's a little crazy. It is. Let's think about this. Now, let's go back. Let's go back to us. When we first started dating, amazing. It was super awesome.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It
Beautiful
was fun.
experience. It was great.
Really good.
Yeah.
And it's still great.
No, it's amazing. Yeah, of course. But let me be. let me ask you a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
If I would have never told you something like this, or if I would have hidden this secret from you, first of all, I don't think I could.
No, absolutely not.
Right?
I'm a detective.
Well, yeah, but do you think we would last?
Absolutely not.
Right.
It's just weird, and I don't want to. Well, no, actually, I do want to put theories out there because
right, of course.
I'm trying to figure this out.
No, of course.
I want to see if I can even get close to what the actual story is.
Sure.
But you doing something for 2 years and I had no idea. I'm
2
sorry.
years.
I must be clueless. I feel like I wasn't in the relationship, like I wasn't in touch. But you know what? I can't say that because there's so many couples out there that go through weird things like this, where there's things hidden behind closed doors and they have no idea that things have been happening for 2, 5, 7 years, a week. Doesn't matter how long it was. The fact that there's just this secrecy. The fact that there's this secrecy happening, it's just...
Right.
It gets me stressed out, and it's not my story.
Okay, no stress. No stress, okay? This show is about having fun.
I know.
But so this is the thing. I don't understand why someone in their right mind will keep a secret from their girlfriend at that.
Or their boyfriend.
For 2 years or 2.5 years? For 2 years. And it's not just like, I have like a, I go to like a little group here or whatever. This guy's throwing full-blown parties. Like, he's like Diddy right now.
What?
He's like a straight, like...
He's got thousands and thousands of lube bottles everywhere.
Oh, God, lubing it up.
Baby oil on deck, so much.
On deck.
Johnson & Johnson factory.
The real bad boy.
It's just, he's the real bad boy.
The real bad boy, right? And then I can't help to think that this is some weird sex thing. I know,
that's where your mind goes. Yeah,
it goes there because think about it.
It sounds like it.
And then it says that it got weird.
What kind of innocent thing would be hidden for 2 years?
You don't hide something like that.
Well, some people aren't into like certain games, like Dungeons and Dragons, and they might be a little shamed, so they don't say anything to their partner about it because maybe their partner has made fun of it before, so they feel like they can't be open with them.
Yeah, so maybe he was into like Dungeons and Dragons, or maybe he was like into like Fortnite.
Okay.
Or maybe he likes to throw parties that are like, maybe anime, fantasy stuff.
Okay, fantasy football.
Right. Like, but then the question is, wouldn't you want your girl to be there?
Or if he didn't want her to be there, why couldn't he just say, hey, but Is this his place? Is this their place? It doesn't say it in the title.
Of course it doesn't. I mean, no, I don't know. Is it his place?
I don't know, but that's something to think about too.
Right.
You know, like we don't know if he's living at home with his parents. We don't know how old this couple is. Right. We don't know how long they've been together. You know, but what if it's something that he just wanted to do with his boys? What if it was a poker night? For
2 years, you're hiding poker night.
Well, I don't know if it's poker night.
I'm just saying, think about it. So it makes no sense.
Poker, get it? Poker.
Poker night.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Okay. I mean, so then this takes me to like this old school movie that I watched. I think it was, actually, no, it's called Old School. And it had Will Ferrell in it.
Oh, yeah.
And
I haven't watched that movie in
such a long time. But I remember in the movie, they had girls wrestling with lube.
Oh.
So again,
another
a Diddy party for real.
Another Diddy party.
And and that was like the entertainment. So maybe he's doing like women wrestling matches with lube.
What if he's doing Nacho Libre?
Right.
Lube matches.
Right, exactly.
Where they all look like Jack Black.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And wrestling inside of like kiddie pools. Like kiddie size pools.
That's what I'm saying. With lube. It's disgusting.
Oh.
Or maybe this guy just has some like weird feet issue.
But he wouldn't have a party about that. That's just... I
don't know.
That sounds like a more individual thing that someone would do. You know?
Maybe he likes to dress up like Bridgerton characters. And just be like extra fancy. And his girl's like some gothic... Yeah, his girl was probably some gothic girl.
She's a gothic queen.
Gothic queen. Maybe she's into brujeria as a witchcraft.
Oh, gosh. Okay. That's a little different.
And she hates Bridgerton. And she's like, you know what? You love Bridgerton way too much. I would never date a guy that loves Bridgerton. He low-key loves Bridgerton so much.
But he loves her so much.
That he's willing to hide his fantasy and his passion for Bridgerton, that he throws these Bridgerton parties where he's dressed up in some luxurious suits and the women come in with balls and he loves to have
Wait, did you say it?
No, the women come to the balls. I don't know.
That's a party, all right.
It's a real party. But you got what I'm saying, right? So like maybe she's just not into all that stuff like he is.
Okay. I just couldn't imagine, because here's the thing. This woman found something out where she had to go online anonymously and vent to the online world that she found out about this party.
Right.
That's been going on for 2 years. Now, hold up. We don't know how frequent this party was. Mm-hmm. What if it was a yearly thing? Mm-hmm. And it's just been 2 parties. She hasn't missed that much.
Right.
What if it's a nice party? Wait. What if it's a nice party where, boyfriends and husbands are just appreciating their significant others and they're talking about it in this very safe space?
With what, like caviar and crackers and cheese plates and like what?
Just help me. I am trying to figure this out.
I'm trying to figure out with you. I'm just trying to figure out, like, what the hell is my man over here hiding?
Yeah.
He's hiding something for 2 years.
And this is, I was trying to go a positive route, but people don't like to post positive things online.
Hell no.
This is absolutely negative. Yeah. This is negative. What if there were search parties? Like they found out about crimes in the town.
Okay.
And so they would have these search parties.
Like that show, Murder, is it Murder Mystery? Like that?
Yeah, maybe. Something like that.
Interesting.
What if he's like an actual detective? So that's what he was doing, and she doesn't understand that it's a search party. But she's calling it a party, like a fiesta.
Oh, okay. So what are they searching for? It's a real question. Limbs?
Clues, evidence.
But she said it got weird.
Well, maybe it got weird for her because she's not used to that world of investigating and real crimes, true crimes.
Yeah, this has to be something way deeper than what we know.
What if it's political?
Political?
Yeah.
Maybe it's a Trump party?
Yeah.
Okay.
But what if she walks in and they're all playing with trumpets? He's ashamed.
He has to be.
But then 2 years strong doesn't sound very shameful to me.
So then let's think about this. For 2 years, this guy's been going on dates, having so much fun, going to the beach, going to movies, telling his girl, I love you, all these beautiful things. For 2 years, my man's been playing the boyfriend card, talking about his future, going on vacations, having family meetings, family dinners, like just being completely involved, right? Like they're planning their future. Mm-hmm. And you're going to tell me that if for 2 years, he hasn't been able to tell his girl this little secret, according to her. He hasn't been able to tell her that he throws parties, and or at that invite her to the party. That's a little strange to me.
Very strange.
Yeah. So that's why I'm telling you, I don't want to go down the sexual route, but it has to be like a fetish or something. It has to be something. So? It has to be. Think about it.
But what if it's just creepy? Because I feel like it's either that or it's creepy.
Yeah, it could be a few things. It could be a brujeria party where they're over here chatting to Satan.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Or it could be a fetish where, like, they dress up in all types of different outfits where they're doing things with lube and just being super weird and doing weird stuff. Okay. You know,
what if he's planning a surprise for her? He's been planning this
for
forever.
2 years.
Yeah, and he's this little committee. It's like he's made this little surprise committee party, and he's been planning it for all this time because he's planning to propose.
Ali, you don't plan to propose for 2 years.
Some people, honey, just because you wanted to ask me to marry you super quick does not mean let's be clear here. Hold on, doesn't mean that everyone's like you. Yeah. There's some people that date for years.
Yeah, but he was not planning to propose for 2 years. And then have a committee to propose. This guy is sick. This guy is sick. I know. I could feel it. I could feel something coming, and I could feel that this guy's just sick in the head, and I could feel that something is just not right with this guy. I feel it.
Should we just find out?
I think we should.
Is it time? Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come. Ali, tell us the story.
Okay. So I just found out my boyfriend has been hosting secret parties in our house for the past 2 years. But trust me, it gets so much weirder. It all started when a friend randomly texted me a screen recording of people rubbing their feet together in crushed grapes and grape juice. What? Like, yeah, that's gross, but the creepiest part? The background looked eerily similar to my living room. At first, I thought, no way. But then it hit me. I've seen random wine stains before, but didn't think much of it because, well, I didn't drink wine from time to time. Turns out, my boyfriend's been inviting people over to stomp grapes with their bare feet, drink wine, and get this. He's taking pictures of their feet and posting them online for money.
I knew it.
I feel like I've been living in some foot-stomping, wine-splashing Twilight Zone. But here's the kicker, though. As I'm watching the video, I notice one of the feet has a tattoo. A very familiar tattoo. It's my best friend's foot. And she's the one who actually sent me the video. I'm freaked out, grossed out, and honestly, I'm ready to break up with him. I cannot get over the fact that my living room was a secret foot-stomping grape factory and my best friend was in on it. Am I overreacting, or is this whole thing just beyond insane?
Yo.
Oh
my God.
My goodness.
This is crazy. No. First of all, you're not, let me just be clear. You're not overreacting. No. The fact that you have to consider if you want to still be with this guy, that's crazy. Okay. Hello.
Oh, I am speechless.
I mean,
You said something about feet earlier.
I did. I knew it. I knew it was something sick like that. You sick man.
And just to let everyone know, we don't read these stories beforehand. We actually have a group of people that we trust to review these stories and send them to us. And we'll have the title, and that's the first thing that we focus on. Then when we're going to be recording, we end up getting the story. But we don't read them beforehand. And so the fact that this is a thing, this happened.
Yeah. It's weird. Super weird.
People are really into feet like this?
Yeah.
But she said that he was taking photos and posting them online.
No, it's disgusting. Yeah. But you know what? I mean, hold on a second. Our guy's a little entrepreneur over here. He started his own wine company, and he's been keeping it a secret. Maybe you're right. Maybe he's looking to propose it to you, and he just wanted to make sure he's financially ready to take on a new marriage and take care of a whole new wife.
He said, "My girl wants a rock on her finger, and I'm gonna get her that rock.
She wants that Tiffany diamond." Okay.
Jeez.
Listen,
my goodness.
It's a good business.
Oh.
But but then hold on a second. Her
best friend
best friend was involved in this.
My best friend would never. And
best friend would never.
And I would never.
No,
like that's
just weird.
Like, I'm trying to put myself in that girl's shoes, and I can only imagine how my heart would drop and sink, even more so noticing my best friend's foot.
Yeah, that's just weird.
If I have two very, very dear best friends, and I could only recognize if my one best friend's foot was in it because she has a very big toe. Her toe is so big. I would notice. That would be the first thing I notice. Not the grape, not the multiple feet rubbing together, but in the background, that monumental big toe just sticking out in the background. Rosa's toe.
No, man, that's crazy. So my boy's over here, feet rubbing, making wine, becoming an entrepreneur. You're over secretly planning a wedding. He's just trying to set himself up.
Wait, you know what I just realized?
What's that?
Didn't she? Wait, hold on. In the story, didn't she say that she drinks wine from time to time?
She's drinking.
Ew!
Oh, you're drinking your best friend's feet wine.
And just these random strangers. We don't know if they washed their foot. What if they didn't wash their feet before doing this?
Yeah, that's disgusting. Imagine the people that might be coming over the house to contractors that work all day on roofs.
Ew!
And then they take their socks off and they're like, "Oh, let's make wine."
Ew! And it smells like wine and Doritos.
Mm-hmm.
Disgusting.
No judgment, but disgusting. You got problems, my boy.
Oh
problems.
My goodness!
The thing is, look, guys, I'm a little upset. You know why I'm upset? Because people and couples nowadays, they just can't seem to be honest and transparent with one another. And I think that at some point this guy should have been open and transparent with his girlfriend. And just let her know, hey, look, I got this thing. I have this idea. I have this, I like to do this. Let me ask you this, Ali.
Yep.
If that was our situation in the beginning of our relationship.
Okay.
How would you feel if I would have told you, hey, I have this thing?
If you told me, I think, okay, so here's the thing, because one thing I can't speak for all women.
Right.
But One thing about a hopeless romantic is that when you find someone that you really click with, there's a lot of justifications that go on in your head so that you can make it work, right?
Sure.
So I feel like if you were to have told me something like that, I would be freaked out. I probably wouldn't be with you to this day. But I'm wondering if you would have presented it to me as this is your business.
Right.
That, hey, I actually make wine. I do some photography on the side too.
I make wine and process the journey.
And I've got a whole team that helps me.
Yeah. Then you come over from time to time.
I've been doing this for 2 years. I'm like, wow, he's consistent. Yeah. That's great.
So what we're trying to say is that a real one would have been there. A real one would have supported the guy's dream, probably opened up the LLC, probably got the bank account, gone above and beyond for this guy. Because, because that's what a real one does. Believes in the
your
vision.
Craziness.
Yeah, in your craziness. Absolutely.
But I do have to say that if anyone is in a relationship where they feel like they cannot be themselves fully, and they feel that they have to be secretive about their lifestyle, the things that they like, then I'm so sorry, but you're with the wrong person.
You're with the wrong person.
There is a sense of freedom when you could be your complete self, and even more that as you are finding yourself, like say that like he found this in him while he was in a relationship with her. And he's like, you know what, babe, I think I'm kind of into feet. I'm kind of into this. Like, one thing is to just
this guy definitely has a feet finder, by the way.
You think he has a
100%?
Oh, well, yeah, because if he's taking photos, right? What if it's okay, hold up. I'm going to add to this.
Sure.
Here's a theory. What if it's not a feet finder situation at all? What if she thinks that it's that he's selling these pictures online? She's just assuming this, all from a video that the best friend sent her, right? What if he actually has an art gallery? And these are actually going to be incredible photographs of feet and wine splashing. And he's like, I just love the origins of how wine has been created. And I wanted to bring it to life here in 2024. And I don't know why that's the accent I chose.
Yeah, I get it.
But it fit for him right now.
Absolutely. He's some weird French guy.
I don't even know if that was French. I don't know what that was. He was somewhere not in the U.S. Yeah. And that's okay. That's fine.
But then here's the thing. Like, you really went out of your way to destroy your friend's, try to destroy your friend's, like, relationship with her best friend?
What if that was the first party she went to? And because it was the first one that she went to, she wanted to show her best friend proof, and she sent her the video. Because that's really crazy.
That is crazy. Maybe you're right. Maybe that was the first party she went to and recorded and be like, hey, so your man is into some pretty weird things.
Right. What if she thought she was going to be there?
Right.
She got the invitation and she was like, oh, okay, like, sure.
Super weird. Bottom line, don't hide anything from your significant other. And if you want to make wine with your feet and post it somewhere or make videos,
be proud of it.
Be proud of that, man. Yeah, just be you, man.
Don't be ashamed.
Like, what's the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen is your girlfriend can find out 2 years later and she's about to leave you.
And then your story ends up on a podcast. But don't worry, it's anonymous. No one knows it was you, buddy.
Yeah, no one. What do we rate this story?
You know what? I really like this story. To me, this story gets a solid 10.
No, solid 10.
Because it's crazy.
Solid 10 for sure.
Oh,
winemaker, entrepreneur, best friend stealer, all of it. You are top 10.
Absolutely.
Top 10. You need Jesus.
Oh, goodness. And apparently a lot of bottles so he could fill it up with wine.
And make that money. That's the wine you're going to have at their wedding.
Ew, stop it.
Love it.
And that's a wrap for today's show. As always, we've got no idea where these stories are headed, but discovering them with you has been fun.
Got a story you think we should be reviewing with some really strange titles? send them over to what'sthetitle.com, where you can find our socials, bonus materials, and so much more.
And who knows, we might read yours in the next episode.
Until next time on
So, what's the title?